Welcome to the world. Okay, how did I set up that I can read it off the memory card? How does that work in this version? Just hit new game and it will ask me if I have one? Say you forgot the bottom right on the overlay. There's one at the outcropping still. Yeah, my PS2, I have a couple of PS2s, but this one is a modded NTSC UC version, so it plays US games. But the PSU is that of a PAL PlayStation because we run on 240 volt, and if I put 240 volt into a 110 volt PSU, it will blow up. And I use a very simple setup right now with a pound cable in between. Yes, on near Haseo's hand. See like a little red red line coming out. So, welcome to Volume 2, everyone. Volume 1 was kind of the setup to the entire story, getting to get acquainted with the situation, the characters involved, and some of the pieces on the board. And this is the part where we're really going to start seeing the story evolve and all the characters evolve as well. I wanted to give an extra shout out to say who did both the amazing overlay that you're seeing right now as well as this fantastic BRB screen. And yeah, thank you all for being here. Hopefully you guys had fun on Volume 1. The secret boss was a little underwhelming, mostly because the frame rate dropped to -12. But yeah. You can begin, there it is. You can begin .hack.gu Volume 2 Reminisce? By converting clear data from .hack.gu Volume 1 Rebirth. Begin the game by converting clear data? You'll receive a bonus for converting .hack.gu Volume 1 Rebirth clear data. If your inventory is full, items will be stored in your guild storage. Following a list displays the items obtained. Strange Coffee, Fairy Rain, Fairy Drop, Healing Storm, Healing Potion. 5,000 bonus GP, one movie was added to the desktop's movie player. And we should be able to fight Doppelganger now for the weapons for Volume 3.
After all that's happened, you really want to stay in the world. Yeah. All that we have is here. You and I. Yes, this place is all we have.
The online game, the world, Revision 2. It has now become a place where players prey on other players. A lawless land, filled with an overabundance of PKers. And the PKKer, feared by all PKers, was Haseo, the terror of death. Haseo searched, and at long last found his hated enemy, Triage, but discovered he was no match for him. He was then reduced to level 1 by Tri-Edge's data drain. In his search for a power that could defeat Tri-Edge, Haseo learned of the anomaly known as Ida, and the epitaph users that could resist them. And that lured him towards their power, the Avatars. Bordeaux, a PKer with a grudge against Haseo. Matsu, the 7th unit leader of the Moon Tree Guild. Alkaid, the former emperor who fights to regain her throne. Through battling these three, Haseo grew both as an epitaph user and as a person. Upon defeating Endrance, the beautiful emperor of the Demon Palace, Haseo learned that he had been using Ida to fill a hole in his heart from something lost in his past. On the day Haseo was crowned the new emperor, the young girl of Moontree, Adelie, disappeared. In his search for her, Haseo came upon outer space, and at last encountered Tri-Edge. In his second battle with Tri-Edge, Haseo came out victorious. Tri-Edge was broken up into data fragments and was lost. But just when everyone had let down their guards, a vast number of Ida tentacles suddenly appeared. And pierced Adelie's body.
Adelie!
Haseo?
Adelie!
I have to get up. I'll get yelled at again if I don't.
Adelie! Adelie!
If I could only be more like Haseo.
Hey! Adelie! Adelie!
Huh? Where am I?
In an at-home. Ours.
And at home. Oban told me. And then I started to hear.
Adelie, calm down. Adelie! Get away from there!
Huh?
Adelie! Adelie, are you okay? Come on, speak to me! Damn it! Not this again! This isn't happening! Oh, Haseo. Just leave everything to me. Come on! Vegas! Don't worry, you'll be safe now. So how do you feel, Adelie? Are you hurt anywhere?
I'm okay, I think. Huh? What? My voice!
You know, we haven't heard Adelie say anything for a while now.
Maybe her mic is broken.
At times like these, it's best to just log out and reboot.
Okay, I'll just log out now. Huh? I can't log out? Wait a minute. Where am I? Where is this place? I don't know where I am.
This is Raven's.
No, that's not what I mean. This is an online game, right?
Well, yeah.
They're not here. My controller. My desk. My M2D. Where am I? What's happening? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Don't worry about your character. Just remove your M2D and... Wait. Wait a second. I don't understand. Where are we right now?
Huh? We're right... What the hell? Haseo, what about you? Where are you right now? Wait, am I seeing the world directly? But where did my real self go? Wait, we've got to log out! Everyone log out! Damn, I can't! What the hell is going on here? Is this a really bad dream or something?
Calm down. Currently, it appears that all the players in the world cannot log out from the game's master server.
Wait a minute, all the players?
Yes, under the circumstances, it is most likely that the Ida phenomenon is to blame for this.
Wait a sec! Never mind logging out. What I want to know is, are we all really inside the game? But that's impossible! Even for Ida!
Your senses should be informing you that you have now ventured into the game's wondrous world. If you say that this truth is only an imaginary one, then I ask you, where is the real world? As long as they cannot be refuted, there is no end to the possibilities in this world.
Perhaps it's also Ida's influence that's keeping us from hearing Adelie's voice.
What is this Ida anyway? Some kind of bug?
Anyway, we've got to figure out the situation.
Putting aside our inability to log out, it looks as though the game itself is functioning normally. We can use chaos gates, platforms, and save shops as we did before this began. We can preserve our data at save shops as usual, but we cannot check email or forums from outside of the game. We still lack information. I'd like all of you to help investigate the situation. Pi, search the areas. Kun, go and search Lumina Cloth.
Understood.
Got it.
Haseo, search Makanu.
Fine with me.
You're tired. You should rest here for a little while.
Okay.
I'll forget his name. How are you doing?
What's happening to me? Oh, yeah, that's right. Sakaki. I have to contact him. I have to find him first.
I need to ask around Makanu. I should start by asking as many players as possible.
It seems like the audio drastically improved. The camera improved here. Constant state of panic. Oh, that's no good. I'm doing very well. Scope weapon affinity. Attack an enemy with a weapon it is weak against to increase combat efficiency. Okay. Yeah, I'm only, as I said before, like the first time I played this was last Recode. But it feels like it's upgraded. Pretty much everything feels a lot smoother and a lot... Well, that's not really super smooth. Just gonna let it ride out, see where it take us. Well, that's true. They did have a lot of time to, But it feels cleaner. Like, graphically, it feels cleaner. Okay, I might win to visit Kennard. Oh man, oh man, oh man, what's going on? I really like this variation on Haseo's outfit. Did they seriously take that out? Did they seriously take that out?
Is it ready? It's done!
Yeah, they definitely redid his voice acting.
It's done!
I want to give this to Pyro's fully upgraded Wind Yanti.
It's done!
It would have been his dream. It really would have. Well, there were a lot of voice lines cut, or is it just me? Next up, the harbor. So as always, dudes, we're going to be watching 2 episodes of Dot Hack Roots after this on Discord, so if you guys are excited for that, want to watch some Dot Hack Roots with us, the origin story of Haseo, feel free to join us on Discord later. We'll be watching episode 5 and 6, I think. I can't seem to log out for some reason. I seem to be inside the world, and yes, it's it. I'm dreaming. This has got to be a dream. Must be because I haven't slept in 4 days and I couldn't hold up anymore. Man, I'm terrible. I can't stop playing the world even in my dreams. It's not healthy, dude. Where's the development room? The debug machine? No way. This bug report was... Hello there, young man. What a coincidence seeing you here. Friggin' Knockman. Probably named after Bauman. Controls are a bit different as well. Well, what am I going to do? We're inside the game. There's no response on the healing receiver either. I can't use my transformation cancel command either. Can't contact my squad leader and the other members at all. If I'm not mistaken, we're inside the game, aren't we? This is a much bigger problem than not being able to log out. What could be happening? I simply don't understand. I can't even log out with the log out command. This has never happened before. What should I do? Oh man. So yeah, if you're around and you guys are up for some anime after the stream, and that's the place you want to go. I have a kind request, so please mute your mic if you join the voice chat. You have to join the voice chat to watch the stream, and we're all talking through each other. Nobody can hear the anime. And there's a lot of talking in there. Inside of the world right now, aren't we? I don't mean that we're playing the world, I mean that we actually exist inside of it now. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to say. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, you scared me. Don't sneak up on me like that. I got a message from Sakaki telling all of us to meet at Moontree. I presume we're going to be going off to stop Kestrel from taking advantage of the situation. Oh, PKing might be permanent, right? Why am I able to log out? Is this some new type of bug? What are the debuggers doing? Why hasn't this been reported? Sakaki! You'd expect Makanu to be much crowdier, more crowded than it is right now. My friend was PK'd and won't come back. Oh, there's our answer. There's a disturbance in the Central District. I'd better hurry and check it out. Have you seen my canoe?
Hey, what's going on here? Why can't I log out?
Is this some kind of event? Or someone's bad joke?
Can you tell me what's happening? You're some kind of admin guy, right?
Please, calm down. We are working hard to...
How do you expect us to calm down?
What are you gonna do about this?
I'm terribly sorry. Please, just try to be patient for a while.
So, that guy in the blue suit is an admin. It looks like even CC Corp doesn't have a very good handle on the situation.
We now have some information on the situation. Please come to the Serpent of Lore immediately.
Short mail. Yada's calling me. Let's head back to Raven's Serpent of Lore.
He sounds really tired. I would be too after what he's just been through. Oh no. Yeah, dude, same. My hay fever meds are killing me right now.
Hey! You! Why can't I log out of here? Come on, speak up, will ya? Damn it! Damn it! Where am I? What is this place? Why am I actually inside the game?
So it seems that humans who lack morals both online and offline say the very same things after all. Well, it seems that you only act strong when facing those weaker than you. Pitiful. If you're that scared, run back to Kestrel with your tail between your legs. As reported, it looks like those from Kestrel are stirring more panic in the people. Everyone, go support the town's order. We must not let them panic.
Understood.
Adelaide. I was so worried about you. Are you okay?
I'm sorry, Sakaki.
What's wrong? I can't seem to hear you.
You see,
Ever since you were killed by a bugged monster, you've been unable to speak?
yes, I know it's kind of hard to believe.
Oh no, I believe it. You're not one to tell a lie.
Sakaki.
I'm sure you know this, but all players are currently unable to log out from the game. In fact, they have lost sight of their very selves. It's almost as if their minds have been absorbed into the heart of the world itself.
But it's just an online game.
That's right, a game. But at the same time, it's also a reality all its own, Adelaide. At any rate, we must stop the players from panicking. You will help us, won't you?
Yes,
Good girl. Well then.
So Mr. Sakaki's the only one you can rely on after all, huh?
Haseo!
So it's you, Terror of Death. It appears there are only enemies to be found in your world.
Adelie, why are you here? I thought I told you to stay at the at-home.
I'm sorry. I thought I should contact Sakaki and...
Listen to me. This isn't something Moontree can do anything about.
I see. Are you saying that you can solve this situation?
With a lot more certainty than you can. What's so funny?
Conceit. Don't you agree that it is the lust for power that is most certain to make fools out of people? Terror of Death.
What do you mean by that?
I mean exactly what I said. Adelie.
Yes!
I will see you later.
Why did you say that?
Huh?
Why did you have to say things like that? Sakaki, Moontree, just wants to try and solve the situation. They only want to help everyone.
Ida isn't a problem that Moontree can solve.
But even so... I don't understand. I just don't understand you, Haseo.
Then again, you didn't ask any questions whatsoever, Adelie, so this one's on you. Let's be kind of frank here. But yeah, the GU guys are definitely the most equipped to deal with Ida at the moment and to solve the problems at hand.
I see.
The situation is much more serious than we thought.
Let us summarize for a moment. Ever since the Ida phenomenon occurred while searching for Adelie, no one has been able to log out of the game. Furthermore, none of the players have been able to return to their real-world selves and their real lives. And no new players have been able to log into the game. Communications with the outside receive no reply.
Some of the players have panicked to the point where they're starting to get violent. It seems that the system admins can't contain these players any longer.
Yes, the system admins themselves are just as confused. Right now, their real selves are... At this point, we're no different than the Lost Ones.
It is quite obvious that the reason for this abnormality is Ida. If we ever want to return to the real world again, it is imperative that we investigate Ida as quickly as possible. And one more thing. Let me tell you something important.
Something important?
Now that her epitaph has been stolen, Adelie's PC data is starting to degenerate.
Degenerate? What is he talking about?
I'm sorry.
But why didn't you tell us?
That's enough. Isn't it obvious? She didn't want us to worry about her. Yada, in this world our minds aren't residing in our bodies, but in our player characters, right?
That is merely speculation. But in this case, it would seem to be the most likely explanation for what we are experiencing.
So this is a world where our minds and characters are linked together.
So, what will happen if Adeli's character data is lost while she's in this world?
There is a distinct possibility that her own consciousness will be lost as well.
What? You've got to be kidding me!
What should we do? How can we cure her of this?
Is your head just for decoration? You should try thinking before you make a big fuss.
Master Yada, do we know anything else?
This too is only a guess. But it seems that this place is not really the world as we thought. It is a false world that Ida has created by copying the data off of CC Corp's servers. I believe that the world we are currently inside of is such a place.
So basically they're still in outer space right now, that white void that you saw in the previous volume.
So then, this is some kind of a mirror server.
That's one way to put it. Adeli, at one time you had the power to distinguish Ida's sound from all others.
Ida's sound?
Come to think of it, didn't you say something like that when we found Indiglut Lu?
Well, if you mean hearing strange sounds and seeing bug-like things, I've had that happen a number of times.
Have you heard that sound after being placed in your present condition?
No, I haven't.
I thought so. It all makes sense. It would seem that the data Ida stole from her is...
You don't mean the young girl's Morganna factor?
Morganna factor? What's that?
Master Yada.
It's all right to tell him all about it now. The Morganna factor is the specialized data that makes Epitaph users unique.
Epitaph users are special characters created by CC Corp for use during certain projects. Thus, Epitaph user PCs have data inside them that is not found inside regular PCs.
That's the Morganna factor, usually called epitaphs.
So the reason that we can use avatars is because we have that Morganna factor? I mean epitaphs?
That's right.
Hence, epitaph users.
CC Corp wants to mass-produce Epitaph users.
You mean as a defense against Ida?
Yes, but thanks to strong protection protocols, we've been unable to adequately analyze them. We still don't know exactly what the Morganna factor is.
Thanks to that, not only can't we mass produce, we can't even make a copy of it.
So why not just bring the creator in on it? He should be able to take care of that without a problem.
As far as we know, the Morganna factor was not created by any one person.
Well then, how did you get a hold of him in the first place?
We managed to salvage it from the dark abyss of this world.
The abyss of this world?
Each of the Morganna factors has its own name and identity.
Wait a second. I just came to realize that the Epitaph users are the waves from Imok. Whoa, that changes a lot. I thought they were named after... I thought they were named after the phases of the Epitaph, but there are actually the phases of the Epitaph that we fought in Imok. They're the remnant data that CC Corp took to analyze. Whoa. That is a revelation and a half. Okay then. That explains Kite's appearance and why Aura chose that.
In my case, the name of my avatar is Tarvos, the epitaph of the Avenger.
My avatar's name is Magus, the epitaph of the propagation.
As for Haseo, his avatar goes by the name of Scathe. He is the epitaph of the terror of death.
The way she phrased it there, I was half inclined to play and the name for this operation is drumroll.
The terror of death.
It's an odd coincidence that it's the same as your PKK nickname. Even with Magus's the propagation, we can't repair the Morganna factor.
Thus, now that she has lost her epitaph user abilities, Atali can no longer hear Ida's sound.
Maybe that's also part of the reason why Atali lost her voice.
Yada, what can we do to help her?
There are no alternatives but to try to recover her Morganna factor from Ida. However...
What?
It will be difficult to trace Ida precisely, now that we are no longer on the actual CC Corp server.
I've never gotten past infection and kind of dropped .hack until a store employee recommended I try GU. Aw, dude, I implore you to play the originals as well. They are so good. I love them so much. They're flawed little beasties, but...
Fortunately for us, this Ida server is far from being perfect. This world contains seams in the structure. The fact that we can save our data is proof of that.
That means...
Yes. All we have to do is find them. It seems to me that at this point, our only acceptable option is to infiltrate the Ida areas and conduct a thorough search.
Infiltrate? You mean with just us? There's no way we could possibly cover all the Ida areas between just the few of us.
This is an emergency. We will reach out and ask other players for help.
That's pretty impressive coming from someone as secretive as you.
Haseo, I believe you had a relationship with those at Moontree. You should go and ask them for help.
Moontree? Do you think there's a chance that they would really listen to me?
Moontree would never abandon someone in trouble.
Stop yelling!
That's what Sataki always said. That Moontree is there to help save people.
I will go and contact Zelkova myself. Pi, I want you to go with Haseo and help with his negotiations.
Yes, Master Yada.
What about me?
Atali, you will stay here.
Huh? But...
If news of that arm were to spread beyond this group, it would only make things worse.
Okay.
Off to Moontree headquarters. Don't forget, the area words are Delta setting Eternity's Night Moon.
Well, that's pretty clever for if you never played Volume 1.
Okay, I'll be waiting at the Chaos Gate.
The story when I was like 14 recommended me Nocturne. It's a good recommendation. I think I got recommended, let's see. What does Adelaide have to say? Trying to speak as hard as I can, yet I can't. It's kind of sad, isn't it? But Adelaide's reaching out to Sakaki is pretty harsh. Mostly due to the fact that she's just so overly dependent, but like blindly dependent on someone like that to kind of lead her to her decision making. Play Shadow Hearts, I agree. Play Shadow Hearts. More people need to play Shadow Hearts. I have the entire trilogy now, so I can say play Shadow Hearts and Kodelka. Kodelka's pretty good as well. A bit slow, but pretty good as well. And by a bit slow, I mean like a snail runs faster. You played From the New World, you mean? That game is weird. I've never played Shadow Hearts 1, I only played Covenant so far. Yeah, From a New World, the third one. It's weird. It's not very well written, but it's just plain weird. And that's coming from a franchise that has a dog do stealth sections. So, yeah. It's kind of the joke game. That's why it's called the meme.
I'm sure you realize this, but we didn't come here to fight.
Yeah.
I'll handle the negotiations, so just act appropriately and try to get on their good side. Besides, it seems that for whatever reason, Zelkova has taken a liking to you.
I still want to play Shadow Hearts 1. Wait, hold up. What? Why am I receiving damage? Oh, it's the black armor. It's draining my SP.
I bid you welcome.
Haseo, welcome!
Have you had the chance to read the email from our guildmaster? His name is Master Yada.
Yep, we sure did. Every word.
Good. Then I would like to discuss the investigation of the system abnormality.
You're beating around the bush. Why not try telling us directly what it is you want?
I don't know what you mean.
Perhaps this will clarify things. I'm saying that perhaps you should consider bowing down and gracefully begging us to help you with your desire to escape from the Ida server. Members of GU. You Raven, that is GU members, are conducting an investigation of Ida, are you not?
Some secret.
Mr. Sakaki, I'm quite surprised by... I was not aware that anything like that was going on.
I'm sorry. I felt I should keep it to myself until I was able to confirm it, as it was uncertain information. However, it would appear that it was not far off the mark.
Now, this is no time to be fighting each other. Although our positions may be quite different, our intentions are the same. Am I wrong?
There is no falsehood in my devotion to Moontree.
All right, let's cooperate with Haseo and his friends. After all, we do have to escape from here eventually.
Good. Then we shall follow your directions. Naturally, we have no intention of making GU public, rest assured.
Thank you.
So, what exactly is it that you would like us to do?
Currently, the place in which we are all trapped is not within a CC Corp server. You must try to think of it as if someone sent us all to a mirror server and then isolated it.
So then, that would be the IDA server.
Our objective is to find the many seams which exist inside this IDA server.
Seems?
Yes. We would like you to help us find phenomena that would normally be impossible to find in the world.
A data irregularity. In other words, you'd like us to find a bug.
That's right.
Very well. We'll take our units, split up, and search the different areas.
All right, I've got to do my best for Master Sakaki. Don't go out of your way just to get Master Sakaki's attention. Do you people get that?
Oh, I forgot that guy exists.
Whoa! Getting a little scary there, pansies. Well, Sakaki has decided to cooperate with you. No need to worry about a thing. I'll help you out.
I may as well do some work myself.
Everyone, don't forget to report in regularly, all right? Now, let's be off.
Very well, if you'll excuse us.
All right. See you later, Haseo. Bye!
But how does he know about Ida and GU?
Hey, at least we didn't have to spend a lot of time explaining.
Honestly, do you realize the significance of this? Orders from Master Yada. Although it's not certain, an area with faint Ida signals has been found. We'll meet up with Kuhn and conduct a thorough investigation of Delta Galloping Settled Desert.
Oh, my SP keeps draining in cutscenes as well. Oh, that's bad. Oh no. I'm wearing the armor that I got from Cernanas, and it drains your SP. Wait, we can just remove that. Why am I being dumb? Oh wait, no, we can't. Smart game. That's not that big of a difference. Wow, level 43, really? They really expected you to beat Kite at that level? Because that's kind of ridiculous.
They're here!
Who are you?
We're searching for the criminals who have been spreading viruses all over this world.
If we PK everyone, we should be able to find the culprit sooner or later, right?
And once we do, we can finally return to our own world and be done with this place. Tough break, guys.
Are you serious? So you're PKing because you couldn't handle the anxiety?
What was that? That's it. No mistake here. These guys are definitely the culprits. Get them! Bring it on!
Oh, do we get the weapon swap in this? The sound design is different. I mean, I can't argue with their logic, to be honest. And they're right, they're right.
Those guys just now were PKers from Kestrel, right?
Yeah, this is bad. It seems like everyone's starting to panic and go crazy in the different areas.
Then we'd better hurry and find a solution before things get much worse. Come on, Haseo. Let's go.
Welcome back, Say and Takata. How are you doing? Well, to be fair, like they're kind of right though. Really?
Are you nuts? This area is full of PKers.
Perhaps there's a connection between them and the Ida signals. We'd better be careful.
Nah.
Okay, tough guys, bring it on! I didn't even break a sweat.
Oh shit, T, like that sucks to hear, man. How did you manage to do that? Boo. Can't tell him. Alright, fair enough. Hopefully it heals soon, man.
Justice prevails.
Bonk.
Justice prevails.
Yeah, speedy recovery to you. Hope everything else is going well, though. That's what I like to call a party. Some of the sound design in battle is a little bit worse than Volume 1, but the audio effects are definitely better. Like that slam is a lot meatier.
As expected.
Okay, tough guys, bring it on!
That's Beyblade!
Crusher!
Of course we won.
I have not. I've been pretty much destroying everything in a single hit, so I have not been able to Rengeki yet. But I will kick this tree. Does that help? Oh, get him, boys. And they cut a lot of, like, tiny stuff. That's really odd. Like, voice lines are cut. Normally, if you talk to someone, they'd play a voice clip, right? But they're not currently doing that. Bonk.
Justice prevails.
Yeah, it's just a few minor differences that are noticeable right off the bat. Yes. Less voice acting. The graphical fidelity seems to be a little bit better. Like overall, the shading and stuff like that looks a little smoother. Walk cycles are a little bit better now. Small quality of life changes, like party members being able to kick to chims, or you being able to actually change your party members' equipment, are pretty huge things, I'd say. The sound design in battle is a bit wonky.
Don't panic.
Like, this is really quiet, right? A bit like Bit Crush almost, and then you have this. It's like this massive whenever it hits.
This is a piece of cake.
Like, I like the sound of it, though. Like, don't get me wrong. It's a nice to have, but it is really noticeable that
That was careless.
the sound design feels a bit different. Big sword comprised big sound. I'm gonna remember that. Strong sword, strong sound. Yeah. Alright, we found the Ida. Still love that kicking noise. I will never not enjoy that, I think. I feel like the changes are a lot less noticeable in the Japanese version. I can put in the Japanese version for the PS2 at some point to make the comparison, but... Pasted over is the term I'm looking for. Metal Gear has that as well in some points, where the audio feels a little bit pasted over certain scenes.
This is a piece of cake.
Though, granted, I've played Baten Kaitos on the GameCube. That's a lot worse.
Ida.
Haseo, let's take it out.
I got it. All right. Come on. I'm right here.
Yeah, it might just have to do with the server corruption that, like, that's a good thing to keep into... That's actually a really good thing to keep in mind. Whether or not the server, when the server changes, the sound changes as well. If that does, and it stabilizes more into a proper, like, designed soundscape, that would be a very cool touch to the entirety of the game. Yeah, this feels a lot smoother as well. Just the Avatar battles are very smooth out right now. Man, does feel great. Data seed? What's this?
Good. That takes care of the Ida signals in this area.
A short mail. It's Nala from Moontree.
I've heard that you are investigating this area as well. I'm sorry for the trouble, but please come to the Beast Temple. They must have discovered something right away. Might as well go and see them. I'll need the symbol fragments if I'm going to the Beast Temple. Where's the rest? Ow. But overall, it feels really nice. Like, playability has certainly gone up. It's just like, from an audio-visual perspective, like the visuals have drastically improved. I can't quite pinpoint how it has improved yet, but it feels like all the character models are much more detailed and fleshed out. Like less muddy, I guess. I don't quite know how to describe it.
This isn't funny.
And there are some weird delays. But that's really about it. Yeah. Okay, good thing I found some chimsters.
Ah, yes, yes. What perfect timing.
What's this about?
I love this guy's voice.
I'm afraid I have no idea. I just arrived here myself, but you can hear voices coming from inside.
I think we should go find out who's inside the temple.
So going to watch your stream and just can't use my computer for a long time with my broken leg. Thank God Twitch works on phone. Get well soon, dude. Hopefully the pain isn't too bad. It's the colors!
Gabi! But why would Kestrel's guildmaster be...
Ovan!
Oh, it's you!
Ovan, why are you here?
I wonder.
I didn't ask you.
I suppose you could say I was just talking with an old friend.
Ovan and I once pledged eternal brotherhood to each other.
Like I care. Answer me, Ovan. What are you doing here?
The same thing you are.
What?
I'm searching for a way to escape from the Ida server. After all, I don't plan on being here forever. Is that not your ultimate objective as well? As members of GU?
But how? I want to know how you know about GU. Who told you? What is it that you want?
Please, calm down, Master Haseo. I assure you that our objective, and his, is to investigate the Ida server and to use that information to escape. In other words, we are all comrades in arms, and there's no reason for us to fight amongst ourselves.
Investigator? Honestly, Yada's just wasting our time.
What do you mean?
He already knows the means by which we could escape.
What are you saying?
Am I wrong, Pi? If this server was based off of an original CC Corp server, there should be an operation folder somewhere.
Operation folder?
A file that unifies and manages the entire system that makes up the world. If one could control it, one could then make it possible to send character data to a regular server. Yada is the longtime leader of Project GU. Naturally, he would know everything about the world. There is no way that he would not be aware of the operation folder.
Hi! Is that true? Did Yada really know about all this?
That's...
Tell us the truth, Pi. Did that ass really know about the existence of the operation folder and not tell us?
We didn't have any proof. That's why... Master Yada...
Proof? Can we afford to take time to look for something like that?
But we don't know the dangers.
Is there any place in this entire world without danger? Now, why would Yada not tell you about the folder? Perhaps it's because he never had any desire at all to escape. Everything felt by the players trapped in this game: fear, sorrow, anger, confusion. This server is filled with such intense feelings. Now, what better place could there be to observe Ida's caustic effects on players and their characters? Yes, that's right. This is his ideal laboratory.
So we're all just his guinea pigs? Neither you nor Yada ever had any intention of saving Adelie, did you?
Haseo, listen.
Shut up! What kind of lie are you gonna tell me now? Using people like they were nothing. Telling them whatever they want to hear. Do you want to know what I think about that? Haseo! Don't stop me, Coon!
Stop it! There'll be no hope for Adelie if we fight each other here. Nevertheless, I agree with you, Haseo.
Coon.
We're going back to the Serpent of Lore to confirm this with Yada. We'll talk after that.
Ovan. So, you know Yada too?
Yes, he's an old friend.
Give him my best regards.
Freaking Gabi.
We will meet again, Haseo.
This is ridiculous. Everyone's always hiding something from me.
I'll continue with the investigation then.
Please do. All right, let's go.
Yada. What is he up to? I go to the Serpent of Lore to ask him myself. So, I kind of noticed it when we enter this area. In what we mean by the colors is that you can really see, like, for example, Pi's hair pops off the screen right now. Every color that is bright, like a red, a blue, a yellow, is a lot more vibrant in this volume, whereas in the previous it was kind of like misty in terms of its looks. And yeah, you can see a little bit more detail, like you can see the stripes on Pi's panties, for instance. But what I also noticed is that just in general the shadows are harder, the colors are brighter, and that allows for a lot more detail, I guess. Not quite sure how that works, but this statue is way more detailed than Volume 1. It's the most noticeable thing. Vigor should be 47, yeah. But like, the colors here are just... my camera tricks? Like, the whole game was like this, right? The whole game kind of was like this. Not to this extreme, but it kind of felt like a little bit foggy in the field and such. Then when you got here, you'd still have a little bit of that fog effect left, but now, look at the color difference. That is insane. What camera tricks? There have been so many over the years. I don't really keep track of all of them. Oh, those, yeah. But you don't really notice it in Makanu, but... I think it has to do with the, I think it has to do with the camera angles in general. Or the camera angles, not the camera angles. Damn it, you guys are throwing me off with the camera tricks. It has to do with the way that the colors are now defined on the character models. I don't think the character models themselves are more detailed, but I think that due to the rougher shadows and the harsher vibrant colors, the details are now more visible. Like how Haseo's back pat was, you didn't see that in the previous volume due to the fact that you couldn't really distinguish that. That was more like felt more like a flat surface, and now with the way that the shadows are implemented, I feel like that it's more detailed because of that, and that goes for the environment as well. That's really cool. But even this feels more defined. Like, you can still get the wavy effect that you get on a lot of PlayStation 2 games. I remember that one time where someone came in and said, "Don't worry, you're safe. I'm a degenerate." And then we all started laughing. We're all degenerates here. It's a collective. Yes, you are, Laws. Just embrace it. Just accept it. Let it into your heart. You're no longer what you once were. But man, look at that. Like, even the walls are so much more detailed. You might actually be right on the graphical fidelity part. It might be that they figured out how to compress graphics on to a PlayStation 2 disc. Hell. I'm admiring your brickwork in a PlayStation 2 game. Like, you can actually see the textures that they use for this. Instead of it being sort of like a slightly blurry mess. It's nice. The draw distance is a little bit expanded, and you no longer have the load zone on this area. There's a little load zone, load trigger after you go under the little tunnel. You always hit it. I think they removed it in this one. Man, this looks... I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it feels like Volume 2 just looks better. No, you're not, Laws. No, you're not. You've been here for too long. You're already assimilated. You're just, like, in that state of consciousness where you think you're still a human, but you're actually a weeb. And then you suddenly look into a mirror and you realize you're a robot after all. I don't need third-party credentials. I just need you to tell the god-honest truth to yourself. Man, it feels very different. It might be that it's so noticeable because in last Recall you had so many of the same assets being transferred between the games. They basically took the best looking, what was the best looking volume, and they made the entire game look like that. And I think it's now more noticeable because of that. That Volume 1 was kind of like the testing ground for that. It still kind of looked like the original dot hack, but not quite. And now this looks like something that might actually, if you would be able to fully upscale it to like 720p or something like that, you could actually kind of sell this as a PS3 game. Also, don't forget that the PS3 didn't look as good as most people remember on launch. But that's really cool. That's really freaking cool.
All right, so let's hear it.
Yeah, even here.
Why
you see
didn't
it
you
on
tell us
Yada a
about
lot.
the operation folder?
I was only keeping quiet until I was able to obtain proof. It would not have been right to confuse you all with a mere unsubstantiated theory.
That's a nice way of putting it.
We will now proceed to infiltrate the operation folder and conduct a forced transfer command.
How?
We will use Tri-Edge's signs. These signs possess traits that allow them to be used as transportation devices. In other words, Chaos Gates that were made by Ida. There are holes in CC Corp's server, and consequently, holes in Ida's server as well.
Master Yada was putting together a transfer program designed to make reverse use of those holes.
No telling how much of that is true.
The only hole we've identified that connects to the operation folder can be found at Delta Hidden Forbidden Bulwark on the Morganna Barrow Wall. Haseo, Pai, and Kun, you will infiltrate the operation folder using Tri-Edge's sign to gain access. You will then execute the transfer command from the same folder. I have already given Pai instructions on how to configure and execute the program. Head for Morganna Barrow Wall and investigate the sign.
Understood.
Fine.
All right. Now it's time to see that little hiccup is still there. That little hiccup is still there. Okay. So it might be nitpicking a little bit, but every time you transfer from that room to this room, there is a brief moment where you have absolutely no control over your character, and it's really confusing. Because I've constantly been thinking that the game crashed. Because I always assumed the worst in that regard. But yeah, even this, like, this was more or less what you'd see in Volume 1. So this is kind of how Haseo looked from a distance. Like, even then, sort of like the flat color back, he was a little bit darker colored, but this is kind of how he looks in Volume 1. And then compare it, we're going to compare it a little bit later to outside. I'm going to talk to Adelie first. So I think I still have something for her. Yeah, there we go.
Come on, let's head out for Delta Hidden Forbidden Bulwark, the Morgubero Wall.
Alright, let's get out in the sun so you can see the detail. See the difference? I think that's very cool. When there is attention paid to that kind of stuff. It's nice to see the dot hack games evolve over the volumes as well. Imok does it as well. By the time you reach quarantine, the game has vastly changed. Also, how did for those of you guys that were familiar with the dot hack series before all the loading zones are still there. Before you saw this stream or any other stream or last recode, how did you guys get in touch with the dot hack games? I'm actually kind of curious. Or the franchise as a whole. Video game renting place. Ah, back in the day, man. Back in the day. Through prayer and meditation. Okay, I'll take that. Just because it look neat. That cover is so cool, right? With aura on it. Here, this is more or less.
Hack the sign and infiltrate the operation folder.
You see that sort of mistiness to it?
Target Tri-Edge's sign.
The technique used to break the seal on the signs carved into different areas by Tri-Edge and warp to other linked areas. However, each hack requires a set number of type of data seeds. Data seeds are a unit of data taken from in-game manifestations of Ida. They can be acquired by fighting an Ida with your avatar using data drain on them. Kind of fell out of it until a friend suggested I try GU. Yeah, it seems a lot of people bounced off on Quadrilogy. Don't know why.
We don't have enough data seeds.
Jeez, what good is that gonna do for us?
I've just received information from Master Yada about a new Ida corrupted area. If we can just keep data draining the Ida in this area, we should be able to gather more data seeds.
Hey, yes, man. Watch time. Bought Imok when they were still being released and new. Nice. Nice. I think I bought Infection and then never got around to get the other ones until later. Borrowed them from a friend of mine way back when. And GU is fantastic. S-Man, how are you doing? Sign is such a good anime. I really love how well made the soundtrack is of that game. We'll probably be doing routes because I'm gonna stop in about 10 minutes. So you're only gonna miss the Haseo smash. Only gonna miss one Ida battle, and that's about it.
No doubt about it.
Hey, can use level up as well.
What?
But it's really cool to see that there is still a fan base around for the Dot Hack series. Gotta check that out in Discord. Yeah, you do. We're doing that after each stream that we do with Dot Hack. We play we watch 2 episodes. Not bad, just enjoying your playthrough. Oh, thank you. I'm working on a tabletop RPG I'm making. What kind? Like, are you actually doing the game design, or are you prepping a homebrew? Hey, Jeannie, how's it going? Also, tomorrow's a Saturday, so we're probably gonna go long. I'll take a good run in the morning and get some stuff done, and then from 3 onward, our usual starting time, I'll probably go until like 9 or 10. 'Cause I really want to get a good chunk done. Just beat the first 3 bosses of Code Vein. Nice. How are you liking it? You will obey my orders. A full system. Nice. Well, if you ever need some people to play test it with, do give me a beep on Discord. I'm a huge fan of tabletop RPGs. I've recently been playing Pathfinder with a few friends. The new Pathfinder 2. It's pretty good. Pretty satisfying as well, which is important. A lot less frustrating than Neo 2. Oh, that's definitely good. It looks really flashy from what I saw. But when I played it, I felt like the combat was a bit too floaty for my liking. Don't know if that's actually the case.
What?
Yeah, I really like D&D 5th edition as an accessibility tool for tabletop RPGs as a whole, but
Of course we won.
it's a little bit simplified. Like the options are less fast than you had with the older editions, so while I think the streamlining is great, like it's a super good addition to the D&D thing. Expanding into Pathfinder 2 is a great decision, because you can just do so much more. Plus the first level barbarian can crit for 44 damage, which is just the best. I think, what have I played over the years? I played Call of Cthulhu, Vampire the Masquerade. What else? 3.5, of course, was my favorite edition. I don't know if Thomas is still in chat, but you can ask him. I'm the guy at the table who really taunts the DM into trying to get. Is their backstabs are so inconsistent? Okay, what do you mean, in Pathfinder or in 5th edition? Oh, wait, in Code Vein. Is there actually like a different parameter for how how you backstab each enemy? Like, is it different for each enemy, or kind of similar to how Dark Souls has like this universal backstab for everything that is up to this size? Wow, the chim spheres again. Try to ignore most encounters because they don't really give me any XP and just clutter my inventory. I'm pretty excited though. We have another Pathfinder session on Sunday, so looking forward to that. And we're playing a lot of Grand Blue during the day. It's gonna be good. Oh, tomorrow's also the last stream of the week. I'll be playing. I'll be taking a day off on Sunday.
Be careful, Haseo.
Yeah, it's been really fun so far. I still find it really interesting how different Molf and my GM styles are. I notice how freaking anal I am for describing detail. Like, if there is a chair to be found, I shall describe what color it is and what type of wood it's made of and how comfortable it is. Once you realize the patterns and how to get close, they're pretty easy to beat. There's a lot to do with colors. Can you send the thing to me, like maybe a synopsis on the system? If you play Theater of the Mind, that's a perfect GM to me. It does interfere with flow a lot.
Don't let your guard down. There's still other Ida signals.
It does interfere with the flow of the game a lot, because I tend to kind of get stuck on describing actions a little bit too much. I always had to say, your soul is mine. God, I love Mortal Kombat. It's actually one of my, like, unironically one of my favorite movies. I really love that movie. But I'm also a really huge sucker for that campy B-movie stuff. Gotta keep your friends busy in time of need. Oh, fine.
I don't feel like losing today.
It's the part where you fall down. I still love that one fight where I don't remember if it was against Goro or if it was against Kano or something like that. But Shang Tsung does the flux victory, and every time I see that, I just go like, dude, he got hit like 8 times. It's still one of my favorite video game movies. Has to be Street Fighter. Nothing can beat Zangief's quickly change the channel. He's basically movie cameo. Yeah. think I got a good spot here. Not even an animation is playing, they just get bounced. I'm still wondering whether or not that line is ad-lib though. I'm still wondering whether or not that line is ad-lib. The faces that everybody makes to Zangief is just too perfect for it not to be like just random improvisation moment that the actor just thought up on the spot. And the director was like, yep, might as well go for it. Because it was a really funny line. Good God, it was a funny line. For you, the day that bison grazed your village must have been the most glorious day of your entire existence. But for me, it was Tuesday. It happens, yeah, it happens a lot. It happens a lot, but like, I love just the honesty of everybody's faces during that scene. Like, that nobody could believe he just said that. Actual opposition with this. This is what I feel like is kind of the reason why I always find it a little bit hard to do all the extra content in .hack. A lot of the moments where you go from one volume to the next, there's always a sort of like a step back where you can get used to like the new mechanics, so the enemies aren't as strong for the main story moments that you go there. But that also means that if you have leveled incredibly harsh on the first disc, for instance, and
That was careless.
You enter a dungeon from a story mode perspective like we do now. We're level 50. This is a level 43 dungeon for the story. This is supposed to be challenging to get through, but what you get is you get this huge downgrade and momentum in how the game perceives for that moment. So it just becomes about the story and the void that's in between that. And that's kind of the major downside to the experience system that this game has, is that once you start to overlevel and you start to do a lot of damage to everything that's lower than you, there's kind of this moment where the game sort of becomes a little bit dull to play, because you're constantly walking through corridors, avoiding enemies just to progress this dungeon to get stronger enemies again. And that's, I mean, it's not always, and it's mostly because you were really enthusiastic about playing the game. So it doesn't necessarily feel like it's a completely bad thing, but at the same time, I do wish that if there isn't like a new .hack that does it similarly, I wouldn't mind like another episodic .hack, for instance. But I'm more concerned about how they execute certain aspects of the leveling system. Like whether or not they balance it early, cap it out at a certain rate, or balance it around the fact that people might max out on the first disc. That's kind of the concern that I have with if they would design a new one. It doesn't happen all the time, which is good. And it's mostly a very conscious decision. So the complaint is, it isn't really a complaint, it's more like a criticism where I would say like I would do it a little bit differently. Like either I'd cap earlier to keep the challenge alive, or
Good. We've got enough data seeds. Let's go back. We don't have any time to waste.
Yes. Where's the exit? Chill Series does this, and I think to get around by not letting you carry over your level. Yeah, that might be a good thing. Like, even if you are capped out at level 50, don't take the level to the next volume, or base it around the fact that the characters are level 50. And give them like a starter area that is around the estimate, because the final boss is about level 48. So, and then Kite, the Azure Kite god statue thing. I keep forgetting what the full name is of the final boss for Volume 1. Is around level 50. So, yeah, you're gonna struggle with the final boss, but it feels really cool, right? It feels like you're fighting this really strong enemy, and that kind of falls a little flat at the start of each disc, and then it picks up again. And usually it's a very conscious decision, and I'm right between audio triggers. Aren't I? Yep. Interesting. I'm learning how this game works. But yeah, that's kind of the only complaint that I have towards like actually playing this game. It's not a bad thing. Because it's more like a conscious decision that you take in order to do like the extra content, right? But it does make like the start of the next disc a lot less impactful. I like being overpowered personally. I'm not used to it. I rarely grind or anything. Like a lot of the fun I find with this stream is that I usually forget like 90% of the mechanics and just brute force my way through it. The kind of how's he gonna manage to do this now kind of deal, right? And so far it's been pretty fun. I mean, Shadow Heart's Covenant was definitely a highlight in that regard. That was a real against all odds boss. But yeah, that's really about it. One of the greater things about this transition to disc 2 though is that we're gonna get so much fantastic character development tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of the Volume 2 story, which is just utterly fantastic. A lot of people rightfully say like it's one of the best discs. A lot's gonna go down and it's gonna be very cool. And especially now that we're like officially trapped in the game, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's kind of weird knowing everyone's allegiances though, because the surprise factor is kind of lost on me. But I'm really excited for all the details that I missed out on, all the like the little foreshadowing hints and stuff. That's the thing I'm looking most forward to. Like, there's a lot of like tiny things that you don't pick up on your first playthrough that indicate how certain things potentially might progress, and they just, I don't know. I've been seeing so much tiny little things like the epitaph revelation, where I started realizing that the epitaph aren't just the epitaph in name. They are the actual remnants of data put into a player character. That's why there are only 8, and they weren't able to recreate it because the epitaph was an anomaly within the system that caused a widespread virus attack that nearly destroyed the world in nuclear fallout. And that puts a lot of context to the characters and why this whole situation is actually a lot scarier than the game pretends it to be. Like, I'd say, when it comes to .hack, by the way, a little bit before I leave, and hop onto Discord for, Roots, is that I'm noticing a little bit more that, .hack, IMOC, so Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine, are much more centric about a worldly event taking place. Whereas a GU is more like the character-driven narrative, right? Like, yeah, you're trying to save these people, but it's the interactions and the way that the characters react to certain things that make the story extremely compelling to witness. It's quite a beautiful piece of game, and I really love it. Hopefully you guys had fun. I'm gonna head on out for now. I'm gonna host somebody up and then head on over to Discord for .hack Roots. I gotta find a second disc though, because I think the first disc is still in my drive. And I'll see you guys there, hopefully. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the follows and everything. You guys are the best. And stay safe, stay beautiful, stay healthy, keep on gaming. I'll see you guys all tomorrow for more .hack to you, alright? Thanks for hanging out. See you soon. Bye-bye.